Hi Aaron, I'm very excited that
Hello.
finally you
Yeah,
got
I
your
am.
visa, and then we all are excited to see you in Canada soon. So please introduce yourself and tell us more about your journey of study permit application.
Hi. So my name is Arun Pandey. I'm from India. Uh, I'm like 42 years old. So I started planning for a study visa because I wanted to do my MBA because that was something which was pending for me. I have around 18 years of work experience. So I started last July 2021. Started planning for it. Applied for universities and finally selected the university which I'm currently enrolled to. I've enrolled myself for an MBA program. It is from the city is Vancouver, so it's a very relevant program based on what I have done in my career as an individual.
Perfect. Okay, so what do you think, Aaron, is more important in your study permit application? Is it your level of English? Was it your finances? What makes you more successful?
You know, I personally feel IELTS is important. I will not deny that fact. So I got 8,777. Yes, that's important. However, when it comes to finance, when it comes to other activities, I think everything is there. It is important you need to complete the minimum requirement. Having said that, I have been in contact with a lot of aspirant who have planned and they got their refusal. What I could see is that they're collecting information. However, there is no story because your SOP is the most important thing because everything else is like mandatory. You don't have an option for that. So if your SOP is not properly written, it is not talking about you. You're just collecting information and putting it in, trying to justify, your SOP. It will not work. So it has to be your story. You can definitely take influence from what happened, what other people are doing. That can be an influence. But if it is not fitting your story, it is not fitting your life. I think the probability of visa is low, and that's what I've observed with all the refusals which I've seen so far. When we talk about that you will not return to your home country, or we don't see that, why do you selected that specific course. So I think that is very, very important.
Interesting. So I think you have to consider yourself as an MBA graduate. You have to see the end product in order to write a very good study plan. As you mentioned, everything should be around yourself, not other people,
Yes.
not even the country. So we shouldn't write that, oh, Canada is beautiful, Canada is multicultural. Everybody knows this, but what brings to yourself, how it will help you to get a better opportunities in your home country. So that is perfect. How was your experience working with 𝐏𝐿𝐾𝐫𝐮𝐧'𝐬? You were happy you received enough support from us?
Yeah, I think the most important thing. So when I was writing my SOP, the guidance you provided and the document you provided as a reference, which was listing what all is required, I think that document is awesome. I think that was the key.
Yes.
I had a story, but how to frame that story, I think that template really helped me. I think I cannot thank you enough for that.
Thank
I
you so
think
much.
because you may have a story, but if you don't know how to write the story, I think that makes a difference. I think your template is perfectly defining everything. It is perfectly defining what is important, what is not important. And more to that, you helped me review the SOP and gave me some advices which really helped me, because I was still seeing myself in the SOP, but there are some aspects you tend to ignore. One of the point you mentioned was about the IELTS and English. That was a very valid point. I would have not written that because it would have looked like that I am talking too much about myself.
Yeah.
And I also want to add up to the other aspect we were discussing is that your SOP, you are the hero, so your story revolves around you. You can't just say that you will return to your country because your parents want. No, it's your story, so you need to talk about that.
Wow.
We
Yes.
tend to talk about factors which are not, it is not about us, it's about the factors outside our control. That will not convince the guy who is reading the SOP, because SOP is the only thing. You can work on your IELTS, you would always have your finances, You will always may select a perfect course for yourself, but if you're not able to explain it, it all goes in vain.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Yeah. Okay, Aaron, thank you so much for very useful information. I hope this piece of advice help other international students to be granted a study permit as well. And then hope to see you soon in Canada.